Okay. All right. So this is the first time we're trying something. Rizzo and Jeff here. We are trying on the YouTube,
Yeah, on
Jeff.
the YouTube.
On the
All right,
YouTube.
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go over to Facebook here. See if it pops up because I think I might have to do a video and direct people back to the
The
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
This is interesting. We've never really ventured into YouTube. It's an interesting how all this works, man. It's just there's a lot of connectivity.
Yeah. Well, getting all the equipment and everything all tied in. Yeah.
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 Now see, there we go. So we have there. So what I might do is I might keep us live here on the YouTube, try to
Mhm.
get people to come over to the YouTube and go live on there.
Okay.
So we'll give it a minute because it's going to take a little bit for people to get on. But there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, this FM Unfiltered idea.
Hmm.
I think I wanted to, at least as far as we're concerned. Obviously, I have some interesting stuff to talk about, but I think a lot of people were, I think a lot of people got the wrong idea. I think a lot of people thought that we were going to sit there and just crap on a bunch of people, and that is not the case.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Are
don't know
we
where.
crappers?
I don't know where that concept came from.
I
No.
I
I
don't
don't, I don't
either.
think that was really it at all.
N-
But
you never know. So
yeah.
what I'm going to do is, because this is kind of new, I'm also going to go live on the Rizzo and Jeff Facebook because I think you'll get notifications when we go live, and then we can kind of figure this out as we build this YouTube because this is different. All right, so man, you got me working technologically here, Jeff.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. This high end equipment that's happening here. It's a whole lot.
High end stuff here. Oh, there we go.
Hmm.
All right. So, Rizzo and Jeff here. This is our first edition of FM Unfiltered. This was sort of a brainchild of yours. What was the whole idea behind this?
Well, I think we needed a refresh
Yeah.
of some things as I thought about it. As you can see here, a little bit of a refresh with the audio, because what we were doing, we were just
Well,
we were flarping and blarping around town, and just
yeah.
on your
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I guess that could run its course in a sense, but you can only do so much flarping and so much blarping before you really have to
Get hurt.
get the good stuff. Right. And I
Yeah.
think the last time, just at the mighty mouth of the Genesee, things could have possibly gone wrong for us,
Yes.
and we're better set up in the confines of our own
Of
home.
our own home and
Yeah.
situation. So, for those of you that are watching on Facebook Live, just so you know, and Jeff and I are going to be doing this until we train people, there is a link underneath of this post where you could watch us on YouTube. So if you're, doing something, it's just one link and you can go and watch over on the YouTube. And we're going to try to build this
Well,
up via YouTube.
Yeah, and I think the chat's going to be easier to do a
Yeah.
lot of different things.
Yeah.
So if you just click on that link and head on over and give it a shot, I just think that it'll be a better setup of a situation for us to do a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and here's the thing: the link is easy. People can comment, they can come in, they can chat for this FM Unfiltered. But obviously, we know that what we have to do first is we've got to, train the people that are watching
Right.
to kind of head over. But not that I want you to get out, but if you're on this, you're watching this, people that are watching this, there's a link underneath where you can literally click and watch us on YouTube. So do that. You can also, because this is a venture. You could also, a lot of people, I put the link there. You could, this equipment wasn't cheap. The severance is running out. The money's running out.
Right. So you got to act fast.
Got to act fast.
Yeah.
All right. So what you do, I see a couple of people went to try to switch over to YouTube. You can go Cash App, Venmo, searching the Rizzo and Jeff show, or just PayPal Rizzo and Jeff. And hopefully we can kind of get this going, get this rolling, because this is definitely something that is new. And it's also really, really interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's something that has to be promoted in a lot of different circles. Whether it's radio sillies that want to watch it, or anywhere locally that we could kind of promote the link to get people on to talk about things for sure.
And what you'll notice is not only will the video be here, it'll be on YouTube. We're also going to have it podcasted. It was Rizzo and Jeff Unemployed. It's on the Underemployed. It's on the iHeartRadio app, but it's now Rizzo and Jeff. It's the same thing, just FM Unfiltered. It's if you've already had the Underemployed, it'll just change automatically.
Right.
The one thing that I wanted to kind of start with is we did say, that, we'd shed because it's been some time. We're coming to the end of, the grace period, the severance period. And I think before we get into everything, I think maybe we could just kind of share from our perspective, maybe what we're doing, kind of our worries, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
How are you feeling as we get, as we get ever closer to that? I call it the doomsday clock.
Well, there's always the state of New York. Not that they're going to help a lot, but any little bit helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you begin to think about things. Of course, you begin to worry, but you try to keep the faith. I think that we have associated ourselves with some pretty high-powered, good people to help things out. It's just a matter of when that plays itself out and how long that's going to take.
And I do think that we have been speaking with people, and Jeff, call me crazy. I mean, and you guys will hear whether you're listening on the YouTube or it's driving through. And again, for those that are just tuning in, there's a link below you could watch on YouTube. I know it's kind of weird and wonky, but we'll figure it out. When you guys learn enough, I'll just post the link of the YouTube and you can just click it there. But look, man, I think we're working with people who they really believe in the Rizzo and Jeff show.
Yeah, and today especially, we kind of found out a lot of positive things from the last company, of course, iHeart, that we were with, and a lot of some positive things that could potentially lead to some pretty awesome stuff. So it was nice to hear some things, and people really appreciated what we did in the company, which was cool. And there's still talk about us and thought about us,
right?
And they would still like us to be involved. So it's not like we stole their 30-year-old computers that we used to work on, and ran out of the building with it. No, we didn't do anything like that. So everything ended positively. Of course, like we said before. Just the budgets didn't work out. So,
and for those of you that are just tuning in, as more people get on this live, you could watch us on YouTube. There's a link below this post. Also, if you feel inclined, because the money's run out, you could donate if you like to keep local content going. PayPal, Venmo, all that. It's very simple. Just search Rizzo and Jeff Show. It's all there. I think the one thing that I wanted to discuss today, and you've been in radio longer than me, is this idea of, and it's not just us, it happened to other people on the station that we were on before, and it's happened in every radio station that we've ever worked, where people work there, people are there, and then they up and vanish like a fart in the wind, and it's like they never existed. And I don't think people understand why that is. So maybe from your perspective, why do you think that is where it is?
What, just us specifically, like why it's just after like a few weeks you just kind of disappear. I mean,
like where you're never mentioned by the station again, why you're not on the socials, all that stuff.
There's legal reasons for that.
Okay.
That you could throw back at them, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
But dude, really, at the end of the day, people in this business have just become so numb to this.
Yeah.
So there's an initial, I'm kind of sad, but then, life just continues on and you're back to regular meetings every day and you get busy and and I guess some of the bosses can feel a little hopeless, I guess. And they're kind of trapped in a certain situation where, they just got to do basically what they're told as well when the directive comes from upstairs. So, it's kind of just one of those deals, but people move on. But look, the good ones will keep in touch with you, and they're the ones that you remember, and the ones that just kibosh you,
right?
They're the ones that you move on from, and you just keep that in the back of your mind.
The one thing that and I'll the one thing that, and Joanne, everyone has the YouTube app.
It's just on your phone.
It's just all you got to do is click the link. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Even if you think you don't have it, you do have it. The one thing that I find interesting about what you said, though, Jeff, is, and it wasn't just us. I mean, if you do something heinous, you say something awful like a previous show before us, that's understandable. But I think a lot of people, and I know this is going to sound weird, maybe not to you, but like if you are fans of a show, us, Johnny Smith, doesn't even matter. You need closure, much like the people who are doing the show. Is that me? I mean, do you feel that way?
Yeah. Well, in certain situations, sure, and I get it. But look, honestly, dude, and like I told you at the beginning of this, people are just going to go on with their lives, and that's going to be it. And we've stayed on here and talked to people, so we kind of stay in the hearts and minds of some people, but there's a lot of people that don't do that. A lot of people, can't let their ego go, and they were let go, and they just totally fall off the face of the earth, and just hope somebody calls them one day. So,
Yeah. Listen, we're not getting into the Nicosia. Okay. It is what it is. I will say this, though. I mean,
they're still rolling over there. We go down East Ave all the time.
Have the Nicosias been? I mean, I guess he's not doing dentistry.
Yes, he is.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think he's over in like Penfield or Brighton. He's still over there.
The Nicosia guy.
Yes.
And if
you don't, I'm pretty sure he's still doing it. And I'll tell you what, if you don't think that there's a contingent of people that kind of agreed with him and still go up to his practice, he probably got more business off of that situation than anything else.
Well, it's interesting because, that was something that we followed. And then it was interesting because as we went to the press conference, you would think, man, this would ruin a guy's career, would ruin this, would ruin that. And like you said, they seem to be thriving. I'm not saying that a man's livelihood should be taken away, but I mean, it seemed like they suffered absolutely no consequences except he was off some stupid board or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, probably more time for him to relax. But but you got to understand that there's a contingent of people, and that if he's a good dentist, okay,
that's a big house.
But if he's a good dentist and is good at what he does, people can turn the blind eye to it. And there's a contingent of people who just probably thought, oh, come on, have a sense of humor. You know what I mean? And there is, and people and older folks, just depending on what it is, really probably were not offended by it, and just said, all right, this is kind of cancel culture. And like I said, he probably wound up getting more business. I don't know. I haven't gone to his practice to know if it closed. But if I was a betting man, I bet you he's still rocking and rolling over there.
For those of you just tuning in, it's our first edition of FM Unfiltered. We stream on YouTube. So what you could do is you could actually watch it on YouTube. There's a link underneath of the live video. We're also going to be releasing this on all the podcast platforms, searching Rizzo and Jeff. Also, I think, and I'll be honest with you, Jeff, I don't know about you, but I'll be real. I am very worried because we're coming up on 3 months of being out of work, and while things are progressing good for us job wise, situation wise, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous financially. I have baby hands. We have stuff to do. We have bills, and it's like it scares me, man. This is a risky business.
Well, I'll tell you what. I hope you're into construction. Maybe possibly. A guy named Mike Champion who worked at Salvatore's, and they could always see our smiling faces. Delivering a Zod to your door on a $10 daily deal.
So we have James who checked out. Okay, so James at least was checking out the YouTube. He says the audio sounds great. That's awesome. So like James, check out the audio. We're going to be doing the show on YouTube, but we're going to be streaming obviously until we can get you guys trained. I will say this: I did something I never thought I'd do. I opened up a DoorDasher account today. That is the mindset.
I've had one of those for a while.
I'm just so scared though, man. Like I'm scared because again, like what if somebody, you go from having a popular radio show and then you say, oh, hey, I'm your Dasher, Papa, because you had to pick a name, and I put Papa Riz.
Okay, all right.
And I thought to myself that maybe that
how you solve that? You wear a COVID mask. And then nobody will know, and then you'd deliver their food.
But don't they pick the delivery? Because I thought if they knew it was me, maybe I'd make more money.
No.
Based on the DoorDash.
I think how it works, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you go to, there's hotspot areas that you notice on the map.
Okay.
And then you say Henrietta's rocking and rolling on a Friday.
Okay.
You roll over to Henrietta, you sit in the area, stuff will pop up, and then you pick which one you would like.
Okay. So it's sort of like, isn't DoorDash like you pick up McDonald's, you pick up Wendy's, you pick up whatever?
Somebody's place of business, their house, whatever. At lunchtime, usually the good time for DoorDash if you just want to knock a couple hours. But the thing with DoorDash, I think, is that it's more like quantity.
Quantity.
So you have to do a bunch of them. Whereas, say you did Instacart.
Okay. See, you're big on the Instacart.
Well, because you could do 3 Instacarts in Henrietta at like BJ's, and they would be $50 a piece. You'd be done in 2 hours.
So you could do 150 spot and roll out.
Depending, yeah. Now every day's different.
But you can't do it under the table, so it'll be that or unemployment.
That's right. Yeah. So you got to decide. See, now that's the tricky game.
Okay.
So now you got to decide which one that you would like to take. I mean, do you want the unemployment, whatever that is, a week, while you figure things out? But then it's really chopping down bills.
It is. I mean, you pay the bills, it's gone.
Yeah. You're eating out of a can.
You're eating miso ramen, which is above the thing.
Miso ramen and a Bush's baked.
And a Bush's baked beans.
Out of the can. Yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, this is Rizzo and Jeff FM Unfiltered. We are broadcasting on YouTube. If you would like to support us, we got all this stuff, new equipment. We're going to be reading your comments, but you can check out the YouTube link underneath of this post. We could comment. I'd like to get it on YouTube officially, but you can also, donate. So we could go out, create local stuff. We're going to be buying some stuff for this show. Just search for Rizzo and Jeff on Cash App, PayPal, all that stuff. Yeah. So it'd be a big help if you can. If not,
and look, you
Bar
are
S hot dogs.
You are
no
correct.
Thanks.
We're heading in the Bar S direction, but Wegmans had a sale 2 for $4 on the Ballpark Franks.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Our Italian friend Robert. This is sort of like a trial run of the show. I'm talking about a little bit more things that are, I guess, bothering us, maybe being a little more personal. The show will be, once I get the YouTube stuff situated, which we're streaming on YouTube. But, it's going to be calls. It's going to be like, I want to find Doctor Who again. I'd love to check in on Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. We can bring, callers on and do those kind of things. So as we work through all those kind of kinks and that kind of part of it, it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that, I have maintained is, as I said I was going to DoorDash, there is one other job I'm considering, and I wanted your opinion on it.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, our severance is going to run out soon, and we are going to be so we can't even afford the other OR. And and we're working to get a job diligently. I went to Brewster's the other day with baby hands.
The bagel shop.
No,
the ice cream place.
The ice cream store.
Brewster's ice cream. Okay.
And it's high dollar.
All right. Yeah, I know. But there's a couple of them in Jersey.
Brewster's she wanted some ice cream. I said, what the hell? I go to Brewster's. I shit you not. East Ridge Road. $19 an hour, Jeff. 19 Fozzies an hour for scoop and cream. For scooping the old cream, it's 19 Fozzies an hour.
You'd be a hell of a cream scooper.
Do you think so?
I really do. I think your bright shiny noggin as people are walking up. Now mind you, this is probably only seasonal. Because you got to think. I mean, throughout the year, who's really going? Now, I think Brewster's does food as well. Do they not?
I don't think they do, but I think they're open all year, Jeff.
Really?
I think they might be. Does anyone know Brewster's on East Ridge Road?
Well, look, you'll be a seasonal budget cut. Okay. You understand?
Listen, if by the end of the summer, we better be damn close figuring this shit out.
The 16-year-old girl will get a promotion. She becomes manager and then just tortures you.
You know what? That is my fear.
Now, Randy in Brighton, why don't you could go scoop with Randy?
Is Randy going to pay me 20 Fozzies?
See, but
this is what I mean.
Does he have his kids in there doing that stuff?
It's his wife that makes it. Randy, it's his wife that makes it, and I think he's got his kids up in there. Yeah. But I'm talking about different jobs that Jeff and I are going to have to take, or at least I'm considering taking. I'm debating whether I should do the unemployment or I should do the Fozzie game.
Well, you always go with guaranteed money.
Okay.
But you just have to completely alter everything that you do and what you purchase and where you go and everything, like what you eat, all of it. I mean, it all changes. There's no date nights.
There are no dates.
They're done.
No.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. But if I was a
you got to ride a bike wherever you guys go.
If I was a scooper at Brighton, or not Brighton, Brewster's, I bet you I'd make if I put in 40 hours a week at 20 Fozzies an hour, I'm at 800 Fozzies. That's a lot of Fonzas.
Yeah. Well, not in the state of New York. You're not at 800.
Well, that's
you're probably right around what you would get from unemployment.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I guess as I sit here and I try to decide,
just take 30% off the top.
Just right at the top.
So I would just knock 30% off the top.
Okay, but if I DoorDash, Jeff, do they take the taxes or do I? No.
No, that all comes at the end of the year. So you have to just write down your miles, keep a log of your miles, any expenses, but all that money, it's fast money. It comes your way.
Well, what somebody asked, what about bartending?
I can't stay up.
Here's the thing. I would be a day bartender. There's got to be day drinkers. But then again, it's like, where would I bartend where I would make enough money during the day? Because I'd like to be out by like 7 p.m.
Strip club?
Yeah. Well, okay. If I worked at a strip club, baby hands would bite my penis off.
Why? Who cares? You're bringing in money. Doesn't matter.
But I'm not, first off, I'm not
banging the strippers.
Here's the thing. I'd be a topless bartender.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Listen, there's a lot of things. You don't want to see me topless.
You come rolling in with about $300 in tips
a night.
She'll send you back out.
Shaking that ass.
To work. You better believe it.
Yeah, I didn't even. But see, okay. So if anyone's watching, I need. Is there a strip club in town I could hit up? I mean, I would consider it.
There is. What is the one? There's the one in like the Arts District, right? I forget what that's called.
The Bachelor Forum?
No, it's the gay club.
That's the gay club.
Yeah, there's and I was listening to a guy talk about it. It's like a rite of passage that you have to go when you're like 21. So
to this strip club?
To this strip club. Yeah, and you wouldn't notice it. You'd just drive it down the road. There's like a couple of houses, and then there it is. But it's back that way. I just can't. Barrel. That's it.
So all right. So at least Jason has found his way to YouTube, guys. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, on Facebook. We're also recording. This is our FM Unfiltered. Got a little more of a professional operation going. So thank you, Jason. And underneath of, you can comment in real time. Somebody says it doesn't open till 2. The Barrel. Okay.
So 2 a.m.?
It can't be 2 a.m., right? It's got to be 2 p. You can't be bartending from 2 a.m. to what, 6 a.m.?
Dude, I used to go to a lot of after-hour spots in Philly.
But our strip clubs 24 hours a day?
No, but everybody used to go to one right off of Delaware Avenue. So that was the after-hour spot.
Was it Show and Tell or Delilah's?
It might have been Delilah's. But it was one of the after-hour spots that opened at like 2:00. So everybody would go after the clubs closed.
So we're talking about different jobs that I could get, maybe Jeff could get as our severance runs out. This FM Unfiltered, we're kind of just, we're going to be talking. People will be taking calls. I'd love, to get Chuck Mancuso on. That's a crusade of mine. Somebody says
that's your crusade.
Yeah, that's a crusade.
All right, I like Chuck.
It's funny because Baby Hands, she's like, of all the people like that called, she stuck out, or he stuck out to her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because he was a grown man that sang in opera to us. Yeah.
What do you guys think about Chuck E. Cheese? Now, see, the only way I would work at Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, they did away with the band.
Then I'm not doing it.
The band's gone.
Then I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not
band's gone.
Could I be Chucky? Can I be like the actual Chucky who comes out and celebrates birthday parties?
Well, you were a pirate, so you could probably do that.
I could be Charles Alistair Cheese.
No, but then you're hot, sweaty, pain in the ass kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
do they tip you, though? Like, if you're Charles Alistair, do you get tipped?
Have you seen who goes into Chuck E. Cheese? Have you seen the videos of the brawls? Do you think you're getting tipped?
Well, I mean, look, throw me five.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I'm also saying $5. If everyone that was in there tipped Charles Alistair Cheese $5, I could make my $20 an hour and then walk out with $100.
Everybody that's in there is in there because they don't have $5 to tip. So the kid gets a slice of pizza, it jumps around in the friggin' balls, and then it's all said and done.
So Chuck E. Cheese, you think is out?
110%. But thanks, Mike.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you think that maybe, and this was brought up to me, Baby Hands brought this up, I didn't realize it, hear me out, everyone, and again, what if I sold pictures of my feet?
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
What if you sold pictures of her feet?
Okay.
Now we're in business.
We are in business, but here's where I get upset about this. I don't know how sexual this is. So how sexual is it? Like I know I don't want her to be a porno star, but if she's got to sell feet pictures, what kind of man makes this lady sell feet pictures?
Man that needs the money, and
that's true.
It's it's her feet, but you got to understand. So say you did an OnlyFans,
okay,
right?
yeah,
and you just you made it. You could even make the OnlyFans free.
Yeah,
but if people want certain pictures, they have to pay.
By the way, the people checking in on YouTube, Suzanne, Jason, they say the sound is way better on YouTube. So if you click the link underneath, you can hear how the actual broadcast system.
It's set up a little further away, but the audio is 10 times better. Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
Come on over to YouTube.
Yeah, come on over to YouTube. We're going to be building that stuff up. However, we're talking about different jobs. So I want to bring this up because our severance is running out. Mine runs out a little bit before Jeff's because for some reason mine came in earlier. It's weird. But either way, the severance is going to get cut. We're going to be left with no Fozzies. We got bills to pay. I'm thinking DoorDash, bartender, Charles Alster Cheese, Then I said, let's bring up feet pics.
Yeah.
Selling pictures of your feet. And also, on that website, they sell used underwear and female bathwater in jars.
Would she fart in a jar?
That's a good question.
That's a big thing too.
Would you fart in a jar?
Fart in a jar for money? Yeah.
For money?
Yeah. See? Yeah.
How much?
There you go.
How? 75 bucks.
Okay.
To fart in a jar?
That's a good money.
I mean, but see, wouldn't you? Okay, but wouldn't you feel like? Would you? Okay, how far would you go though? So I'm talking to Baby Hands. As far as I was comfortable.
Oh boy.
So what if somebody? So if I was comfortable with you selling nudes?
Okay, no, we're not going nudes, but it could be tasteful. It could be tasteful.
So she really seems to be into the foot pictures. Right. Would you sell underwear that was worn?
Yeah.
Because then there's
that's an OnlyFans thing too. Like there's a lot of people that do that on there, so you'd be surprised.
So somebody says $35 max for a fart in a jar. Is that?
Okay. All right. Well, depending on the size of the jar, it could be small, medium, large. You decide.
Okay. Somebody says a Rizzo OnlyFans. I got to be honest though. Could you do things on OnlyFans that are not sexual? Like if we just.
Yeah. I'm sure there's all kinds of things you can do, but the point is it going to net you any money? Like, is any
I don't know.
Is somebody going to sit and watch you eat a can of chicken and rice soup? I don't know. It's got to be something. So
for the people who are, tuning in, again, we're on YouTube. We're making this a professional operation. If you'd like to help out, you can go to Cash App, Venmo, all that. Help us out by searching Rizzo and Jeff Show. We'd appreciate it as we build this. We're thinking about ways and jobs as our severance comes to an end.
Come watch Rizzo take his Victoza. I mean, right? I mean, where are we going?
On an OnlyFans?
Yeah. Well, people just follow along your daily medicine journey and how it has to be monitored.
Okay, but do you think that people would be interested in paying? So, what would I charge for that? Because I would have to stick it in my belly. I would have to, you know what I mean? I don't think I could show any peen.
Right. No,
I'm not comfortable showing peen.
Okay, that's fine. But you got to understand, you show peen, it's out there. You can't get it back.
You're right.
And then it could be used for just about anything.
Blackmail.
Right. When we have friends who will use it, Photoshop the hell out of it.
That is true. And again, I'm just trying to make ends meet. And I'm thinking, no pun intended, I think I could make ends meet without having to show my man.
Okay. Well, what about the hard working way? Okay. Well, how about you go to work? You got your girlfriend's feet out, your cock's out. How about you just get in the car and deliver somebody a friggin' hamburger and French fries?
Okay, and I'm fine with that. It's just that what if
how hard could that be? You roll into the store.
Okay.
They give you what's called the red card.
Okay.
So you just walk in.
Right.
You go a DoorDash order. You swipe the card. You take it and you drop it off at somebody's crappy apartment complex.
But what if I get shanked? Right.
What are they going to want out of you?
Somebody says become a welder. Are you friggin' kidding me? I'm trying to do a radio show here.
You got to know. You select the area that you go to. So say you want to go to Henrietta. Say you want to just do it in Brighton.
Right.
But you kind of have to go. The only thing with DoorDash is you kind of have to go to the areas that are hopping. So at that time, right?
Okay.
So if you're, maybe in the summertime, you're over in Irondequoit, right?
Okay.
People are ordering stuff out that way.
Okay.
To the beach. I don't friggin' know, but like, So you kind of do those types of things. So that's kind of where you have to go with that, but you have to, notice the areas and know a little something about the areas before you go deliver.
Would you be averse to, I guess, I know this is going to sound crazy, but if like we did kind of like some foot fetish thing, like if we mashed our feet in like berries and potatoes, or like if people wanted to buy, baby hands underwear, like, is that wrong? Is that like, would that be wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong, because a lot of people mash their feet in things and
Right.
sell their underwear. So it's people do it. It's not wrong. It's only wrong if you feel it's wrong.
What's the name? Do you have that website? Here, come here. So we looked.
Sniffer.
Okay, we looked this up. I'm going to be honest with you. All right. So it's called Sniffer, the panty website. Correct?
Okay. I've heard of Sniffer.
SNIFFR. Sniffer.com.
Okay.
Oh, three R's? Three F's. SNIFFR.com. And what you do is you wear underpants and you work out, you fart, you and you just send them.
Into that. The pheromones and the things, that really gets people going. Turns people on.
But I guess I was looking, it was all women. Nobody, I guess, I don't know, show your foot real quick on this thing on the Facebook Live here. Do you think your feet is good here? Would you buy pictures of these feet? I don't know. How about that? How much would you pay? Would this be wrong, or would you think less of me if I had these Tootsies for sale? What do you think?
Yeah. Well, we know you like them.
Oh yeah, the toe licking.
We know you like them a little bit.
Let me ask you something here. What do you think? What would you pay? Like, you're a man, you're just looking for some feet. What would you pay for this picture?
Yeah, I think it all depends on what's done with the picture, right? So,
okay.
A random foot picture you can get anywhere. But
5 Fozzies.
But right. So because you can pick it up anywhere, but you start getting crazy here, like she's dipping it into things and you're eating off.
Well,
of it.
there was this, and thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate your foot there, babe. There was this lady who would put her feet in different. She did a partner thing in different orifices.
Okay.
So she would do mouth,
right?
Peen, anus, vagine.
Yeah. Foot fetish. I got to tell you, it's big money in the porn industry.
But here's the thing: if they wanted it up like the back door, they'd have to take a picture of her foot in my back door.
Okay. Well, here's the deal.
Okay.
How much?
For her feet in my back door?
Well, she's not getting the whole foot up there.
A toots in?
She probably is.
Is it toots in the back door? Or is it just like sitting like in the crack? In the crack, I would do it $40. If you want it in, I need like 300.
That's a bizarre number to choose.
Because man, she's got tiny feet, but still, that's a lot to ask a guy.
You're gonna have to get a colonoscopy one day, my friend. Okay, so that day's coming. I'm a few years away from that, so you better get used to. Now, you better get used to a toe. Practice.
Someone says that. How about this? Foot in mac and cheese. Okay, now I don't have you, and I know we had. I don't know if you guys remember this when Jeff and I first started. We had like a eating fetish model girl on. She said, didn't she make like $50,000 a month or something freaking ridiculous?
Did we? Did we have somebody on?
It was the I think she was the Asian girl. Didn't we have her on like when everyone hated us? But we had this Asian girl on.
Okay.
And she kimchi. She was eating kimchi. And you found her. And do you remember?
You know what? She was a competitive eater.
That's what it was.
Thing. She was. Her and her husband were a competitive eater. So she.
Yep.
Right. So she went and did a bunch of things. And one of the contests that she did, that was bizarre. She did kimchi. A lot of vinegar.
It is. And if you're just tuning in, guys, we are broadcasting on YouTube. The sound is a lot better. I know that most of you watch us on here. We're trying to build our thing on YouTube so that you will hear the difference in the sound. It sounds like we're on the radio, through this equipment. And also we're talking about just what's going on in our lives. Shit's about to get hard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about different ways to make money. I'm even thinking about, hoeing out my lady's feet. I'm thinking about putting her feet in some jelly and jam, doing some foot fetish stuff and going to sniffer.com.
See, but look, the dash is good on like off weeks of like, when because unemployment, I guess, pays every 2 weeks.
It does.
Right. So it's every 2 weeks. So like on the week that's an off week, that's not a pay week.
Would be,
if you do it and you don't go make it $1 million, say you just made $100.
Right. So gas money, cigarette money.
You worry about it at the end of the year when they come get you.
Okay. All right. So you're saying that maybe you do the unemployment, but we dash on the off week so that you always have a couple Fozzies.
There's always something coming in your pocket. You get by and like.
That's right. Mike, remember? Yeah, she won the Nathan's female hot dog eating contest, but she was a small Asian woman who ate kimchi. And what she did was there's this fetish, and I don't know how. I mean, you're a porn expert. Like this fetish shit, I don't know how long it's been a thing, but
oh my God, for an eternity.
But so why are people paying women to eat, cheese, to go and fart in a jar, man?
Like OnlyFans, ruined it for the porn industry.
Okay.
Because it just tell me the last time you really got down with a porn, because everybody became a porn star.
Yeah,
if they wanted to be.
Yeah.
So through the pandemic, it just made life so much easier for people, and people just made so much money off of it. It was sickening.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like you said, OnlyFans ruined the porn industry. Would it be? Are there any men who who look like me? Like, and I just want you to be honest. You won't hurt my feelings. I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah. Well,
could a man like me make any money on OnlyFans?
Listen, there are people that are into just about anything.
Really?
Okay? And you've seen Jimmy on here.
I have.
Who's come on?
Yeah,
and I
Jimmy
said,
Croft,
are you kidding me that nobody would sit there and watch a 500-pound man rub brownie batter all over his body?
Wow.
You would pay to watch that.
I would pay to watch
right
that. And I would.
Right, and roll around and just do whatever. So I think there's a space for anybody. But he's just gotta, he never wants to do it. He's afraid that I'm going to take his nudes and do things with them.
You would. You absolutely would.
I probably would.
You absolutely would. As a matter of fact, we both have nudes of him that we keep in perpetuity just in case.
Yeah, I have a little Rolodex.
We have a Rolodex of Jimmy Croft nudes.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, he's our 500-pound friend, and he's a real special guy.
Yeah.
We just wanted to kind of to kind of wrap this up, because this FM Unfiltered thing, we're going to kind of, go back to what we were doing, the show that we were doing with guests and stuff. But we wanted to kind of run this, Jeff, and kind of see how it sounded. A lot of people are saying that the YouTube thing sounds better.
Yeah, well, the microphones are directly hooked up into it. So I think it's for us. I think it's something that we have to promote. We have to get out there.
Yep.
So we definitely wanted to do a test run, because actually YouTube just let us on to do this
literally
about an hour ago. So the fact that we'll be able to come on and do that. So I think that's this is something that we got to promote. We got to put out there. But in full transparency, I know you're a little worried, but we've been having some really strong conversations lately with people.
And so maybe that's what, that is your role as far as this relationship is. You're kind of more calmer, like, I get it kind of guy, and I'm more of the worrier. And I get it. But like, for me, just seeing the end of the road, the end of this severance, scares the shit out of me. And I'm thinking, do I DoorDash? Do I do unemployment? Am I going to be able to survive? Should I sell pictures of my girlfriend's feet?
Well,
and I don't know, man.
Well, look, you don't want to say no to the unemployment, because that's guaranteed cash coming your way, right?
It is.
But there's going to be a lull, I guess, before when it starts.
It'll be like a whole month.
So it probably won't take that long, but there'll be a bit of a couple week lull before you get it moving. The secret is you call them, they move it along faster. You know that. If you just got to wait on the phone for long enough to have the patience.
Somebody says the video is better on Facebook Live, but the audio is better on YouTube. Well, the cool thing is you can take this with you, because this will also be uploaded to all podcast platforms as well. I do want to say, we are going to be trying to do as much as we can. That's why we got all this stuff. We're hoping that for the people who watch us and support us, you can see the little tag. We're thinking about doing a Patreon or something, but if you have a few bucks and you like what we do and you want us to keep doing it, unless I go scoop ice cream at Brewster's, we won't be able to do it as much. But we
really hopped up on the Brewsters, man.
I've been thinking about it, but there's Rizzo and Jeff show on Venmo, Cash App, and search Rizzo and Jeff on PayPal to dude, because it helps us. We're creating content. We're putting money into shit that we don't have, and I'm thinking about going and scooping raspberry. What the hell is it called? Raspberry truffles at friggin' Brewster's.
Think about this, dude. $19 an hour. There's no 16, 17-year-old kid that will get off their butt and go make $19 an hour to scoop ice cream. Are you unbelievable? They have to find somebody.
What did you make at the library, which was your first job?
$6.75.
Which was a lot, because what was that, 1990 whatever?
Yeah.
1995?
Yeah. 6.
Yeah, right.
5, 95, 96. Yeah.
So you were making $6.75 an hour. There are kids
that won't work for $19.
That will not work for $19.25 an hour at the Brewster's on East Ridge Road. And I'm here thinking about, Jesus Christ, help me.
Yeah.
This is turning into a kerfuffle.
Yeah, I mean, and they probably make so much money there, so that's not difficult for them to pay.
Do that, and you can tip. Because I left $1 tip at the window, and I think everyone switched.
Well, usually, dude, the tip jar says saving for college, and you tip like $1 in there or the change. But it's the thing, because you always get change back, so everybody always feels obligated. It's like the stupid pad. So you feel obligated. The kid's looking at you.
Pressure pad, Jeff.
So it's like the pressure cup where it says, "Hey, it's for college education."
And
your cup should just say, "Just look at me."
Right. Please help me.
Just look at me.
Unemployed. Yeah. Please send me money. No, but it's true. I think if I made 25s an hour at the East Ridge Brewsters, I think if I did we do this and people, donate whatever they can so that we could keep doing this. And, I don't know. I work off tips. Maybe I could serve ice cream outside of Brewsters, because don't you hate the window? Don't you hate the window?
See, but listen, it's going to be hot. I think they said July. It's going to be in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm trying to preserve all the electric bill I can get.
Yeah. Mike's first job, $5.25 at Wegmans.
Really?
And there we go. A couple different. Yeah.
How much that place charges for things. And they only give you $5. I don't care how long ago that was.
Let me tell you something about Wegmans.
He should have been paying more than that in the 80s.
In the 80s. Can I tell you something about Wegmans? Have you ever had their friggin' subs? And you know me, Jeff. I'm a real stickler for a goddamn sandwich.
I have not gone in on their subs. I've been tempted several times. But they're pricey.
Jeff,
they're pricey.
Jeff, they are pricey as shit. But $13, you get dinner for 2 days. It's a 15-inch sub. And if you get the meatballs, Jeff, and I'm real picky. The bread doesn't suck. It's not great, but it doesn't suck.
Right.
Okay.
Does it sog on you?
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. And the meatballs, I'm going to say this, the best that I've had in town. And I have had, what's this?
Wegmans meatballs?
Well, yeah. What is the other sandwich shop? It starts with a D. Not the Palos. That's a bakery. DeBella's.
Have you gone in on DeBella's?
I've gone in on DeBella's, and I'm telling you, for $15 at DeBella's, you get a 10-incher. For $13, you get a 15-incher.
So that's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
I'll take a 15-incher all day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. 15 inches. So I think that, hopefully as we do this, and we're going to do another show on Thursday. And as you guys watch this, maybe you could check out the YouTube link, maybe watch it, see what you like better.
Share it for us.
Please share it. It would mean the world to us. And I've seen a lot of people that are checking it out on the YouTube. But, listen, we are not, independently wealthy. We are going to have to and this is this unfiltered thing. We're going to have to figure out a way to survive until we get this job. And you are very kind, and I am too, but I worry.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't want to sell sex pictures of baby hands.
No.
And not sex pictures, but like her wearing underpants.
Yeah.
Or what if I wore the underpants? And it's not like they would know. I just put her picture up and I wore her thong. Like, they would never know.
Well, yeah. Isn't there some pictures of you like that floating around, actually?
There is a few.
Yeah, there is.
There is a few. Let's see. Go on in the morning. We have a lot of stuff going. I have a lot of doctor's appointments. I'm
in the morning. Yeah, I think the Radio 95.1 train has sailed. So yeah, that is what it is.
You know what? That's a good, because this is the FM Unfiltered, and we were getting into things, and we'll have guests. I think that's a good way to kind of end it here. I think, Jeff, we've tried.
Yeah.
I think as far as Radio 95.1's concerned, and we don't have any animosity, and we wish them all well.
No, it's all business at the end of the day.
They don't have the money, I don't think, Jeff. I don't think it's money. I don't think it's
it's money.
It's money.
It's money. At the end of the day, it's just money, and it's just kind of where the state of the business itself, and they're not the only ones. There's plenty of companies, other radio companies that are just falling to pieces and things. So it's not that, but things will recover and things will be fine, and
it's a shame
gotta be ready.
Because I knew and know we were building something special, and it is going to suck having to move. And it is going to suck. And I think for a while, I'll be honest with you, when we first got let go, we were having discussions about coming back in some kind of a capacity. And unfortunately, Jeff, I don't think they work, and they are not going to work out for reasons that are out of everyone's control.
Yeah, well, look, I just think that, there's another plan for us.
Yeah.
And that plan might be greater and better. And, I think we got to see that thing through. So, look, we'll see how things play out. But I think sooner than later, for us, things are going to work out. It's just, timing on our end, tick-tock type of thing. So,
100%. So here's the situation. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here on YouTube. Peace. Say bye to YouTube, Jeff. Oh, look at that. Peace out. So we're ending the YouTube stream, and then we're getting